It's 2019. Old Town Road is booming. The U.S. women's national team just won the World Cup. And there's another Toy Story. But what are the more substantial things of this summer? Jeremiah Haynes was hired as the head coach of the North Sand Mountain Lady Bison basketball team. Who was this guy? How did he get here? Well, let me take you back. Sylvania, Alabama. It's got scenery and basketball.
My dad was the head coach there. I enjoyed it. We're pretty good in high school. I always joke because I didn't get to play varsity until my 11th grade year, and my dad was actually a coach, but we were very competitive in junior high and JV and then in varsity. So I had a good high school career. It was fun playing for my dad, playing with my friends, things like that.
Ask a lot of questions. Wanted to make sure he did stuff correct. Good worker, hard worker. He was a good little boy.
He was a great mentor, has been a good mentor to me. It's been good. I enjoyed it. I can't complain about it. It obviously had its challenges at times, but for the most part, I enjoyed it, and it was beneficial to me. Basketball is a massive part of my life. It's obviously a massive part of his life too.
Jeremiah Haynes brought his game to the next level at Gadsden State Community College.
Every day at practice, you got to bring it or you get left behind. So that was kind of an adjustment for me.
Haynes transferred to Auburn University, where he completed his bachelor's degree of science and physical education. He then graduated in 2018, preparing for his coaching career.
Got done with Auburn. I wasn't 100%, didn't know if I wanted to go into education or work at Section Dutton Waterboard or try to get on there full time. Wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. And then I got the opportunity to go to Scottsboro that fall. And I worked with Kenny Hill over at the high school, helping with the varsity, the JVs, and enjoyed my time working with him. Still talk to him to this day. After I was at Scottsboro for that 1 year, I got the girls' job at North Sand Mountain.
Haynes took over the program ahead of the 2019-2020 basketball season.
The program had a lot of success in the past. They'd had 2 state runner-up trophies. We were trying to just get that life back to North Sand Mountain girls basketball, because when you think about North Sand Mountain, you think about basketball.
It was 3 wins, 10 wins, 7 wins, but then something sparked and it was 17.
When I first got into coaching, I thought everybody loved basketball like I love basketball, and that's necessarily not the case. And it's built on relationships, trust, and a lot of hard work. So I had some things, and we had to just continue to work hard and make it important in North Sand Mountain. We wanted it to be important for our girls program, the expectations. So, it wasn't just me. It takes a village to build a program, and it's sustained one for a long time. So a lot of good players came through, and a lot of kids that worked and sacrificed a lot of hours. And like I said, I just tried to pay the path for, be successful, but it was all, the kids mostly just dedicated a lot of their time to get it to where it's at now. Golly, it feels like it's been forever ago. Really just, basketball is basketball, but when you run your own program, there's so many different other things that, that's going on. So you got to work well with other people. And then you got to have good relationships with your assistant coaches and your players and things like that. They got to want to play for you. And then there's got to be an expectation and a standard. We went through a lot of adversity with our program. We had a lot of kids that worked at it all the time and do the next right thing. That's what I think I preached at North Sand, was just do the next right thing, be where your feet are. Don't necessarily worry about the destination, worry about the daily process it takes to get better. If it's not fun, kids got to want to be there. They got to want to work hard. I think when they started seeing a little bit more success, it kind of gave them a little bit more motivation. And being at North Sand Mountain, I think the 7 years that I was there, 6 of those, a state champion or state runner-up, I believe came from our area. So we knew if we could be successful in our area, we had a chance to, win a state championship. You're starting to win more games, and the kids are having fun, and they're working. They're still working hard, and they're hungry. They loved each other, and they didn't let each other down. They'd been through so much together. Just a special group of kids. There was one common goal, was to win.
Transition. That's what this team did. And so back on the mountain, the stash plays.
The Lady Bison of North Sand Mountain, Jeremiah Haynes.
And if they worked extremely hard, they could bring the first state championship back to North Sand Mountain.
2026 Class 2A Girls State Champions, the North Sand Mountain Lady Bison, led by head coach Jeremiah Haynes.
He hated to lose.
That's awesome. I'm glad we won state, but at the end of the day, it's the grind of it, the struggles that we went through that made, relationships and all that, just the bond of the team so much stronger.
Jeremiah Haynes jumped 2 classifications to Guntersville High School to the Wildcats girls basketball team. Nonetheless, he's a North Sand Mountain legend forever.
Guntersville high expectations. They're coming off a state championship last year. The goals there is to continue to win. The goals there expectation is to win state championships.
I have seen him progress since he's got started. And he'll continue to get better because no matter how old you are, if you're willing to learn, you can